Hello everyone. Captain Troy Handsome of International Rescue here. Please state the nature of your emergency here with some Waterdeep Dragon Heist. This will be adventure session number 2. I'm joined here by Bralef and the Coffee Lich. How are you both doing today?
Doing good. Happy to be back.
Doing all right. Fun to be streaming again.
Yes, welcome back to the channel. It has been a hot minute. Like I like to tell people, I accidentally time traveled 5.5 weeks into the future instead of 5.5 days. And now we're back. Hi Harley, welcome in. Hi to you too, Kawaii. Kawaii, thank you for the follow. All right. Let me see. So we've got some people milling in. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to refund you. I have to get you. I don't have Chuckster on because I don't have my model on. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Bralef. You just
This is
gotta.
a mistake. We need to stop streaming.
No, you just have to show it when I have the thing on. All right. Thank you for reminding me. I
What
gotta
happened
turn
to your
this off.
model?
Well, I'm not DMing, so I figured I'm not gonna use my model.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so I got to take off the bonk and Chuckster. And I will actually take. Okay. All right. But welcome in Harley, welcome in Kawaii. Good to see you all. And thank you for the daily check-ins. Thank you for being part of the flock. So to catch you all up, because, well, you all were not, or I wasn't around, depending on how you look at it. You all weren't around, I wasn't around. But a lot did happen last time, so I'm about to unveil this curtain, and we're going to recap what happened last time. Yeah, I know it's weird not seeing me. It is, I guess my eyes are fixed on me as Dolce right now. I do miss seeing myself in the corner. Apparently Bralef does too, considering the fact that I have stolen his hard-earned channel points from him, all 50 of them, that I'm going to have to find and refund right now. Let me just catch up on this joke here, and then I'll unveil the curtain. Because Kawaii said, why would strict parents feed their children dried grapes? So that they will be raised up correctly. It's very, very timely, considering a conversation I was having with Bralef in our server earlier today. But yeah, I'm going to take away this background. So right now, I'll chime in at first, since, you know, not to take the fanfare away from Bralef, who loves recapping so much. But we're posted outside this warehouse in the grand city of Waterdeep, on the western end of the grand world of Faerun. We have been tasked to find a particular individual named Floon Blagmar. He was last seen at an inn called the Three Dragon Ante, had left around midnight. We went over there. We questioned some people. Turns out he left around midnight. 5 men followed them out. And our journey took us here to this warehouse on Candle Lane. Is it Candle Lane? Like just straight up Candle Lane, not Candlekeep Lane or something like that?
I think so.
Okay. There was a snake symbol on the door. And you know what the snake means. The snake means we just get to barge in. And so barge in we did through the form of Silly Pickles. You phased through, correctly?
Yep. And immediately came face to face with 2 Kankus.
Yes, and that's, I think, where we ended up stopping last time. But yeah, Reese is here, taking a short rest, but says hi to the both of you.
Hello.
Hi, Reese.
And Harley's at the store, but will be a little AFK, but is, I imagine, excited to hear about our adventures. Yeah, I'm sure there's more I could have recapped. Oh yeah, we fought a giant troll and some, what are the bat things called again?
Soldiers.
Sturges. Yeah, we fought a giant troll, which I remembered because this is the first campaign I ever attempted to be part of. The troll was ingrained into my mind. So from then on, whenever I started teaching other people D&D, to set the stage, I would like teach them through. They would appear in some realm that kind of looked like the afterlife. It was just like water everywhere as far as the eye could see, and they would be greeted by a goddess, a legally distinct Aqua from Konosuba, the anime. And when they would fight a giant, like clear, think of it like the dark side from Kingdom Hearts, but made out of water. I think in like Kingdom Hearts 3, you fight like a light dark side or something, kind of like that. But it's actually secretly a troll. It was like the troll stat block, just recolored. And so that would be how the first combat encounter usually I would run for people back like 4 years ago. So I remember the troll. I didn't remember the Sturges. But it was a fun time. I'm excited to get some more combat in under our belt, because I imagine perhaps we won't try to talk to the Kenkus. It might be trickier to talk to the Kenkus. Actually, no, I think about it. I'm curious if our DM is... Bralef, I need you to pull back. We're not going to fight the Kenkus. We're going to ask them questions and see how that pans out. But yeah, that's all I've got for my recap.
Well, you hold him, Bralef.
Easy to say when you're not the one face to face with them.
Mm-hmm.
The only Kenku I've ever run was, I think, the one in The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. But yeah, I'm good to go.
Nice. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hold on.
Ooh.
Oh, hell yeah. This is dialogue music.
Perfectly. Dialogue music.
Caught
So-
out in the open. What a fantastic name for dialogue.
Yep. Perfect chat music. It's got the exact same energy of the song I used in the last campaign, with the title "A Hopefully Pleasant Chat." So, Silly Pickles, as you walk in, you can get a quick look at the room. Tables and chairs have been carelessly tossed across the floor. The corpses of a dozen men lie along the walls, their rapiers and daggers lying nearby. On the north side of the area, stairs rise to an open level above. And also, you see two short avian creatures with long beaks and black feathers. They look over in surprise from where they stand in the room of the warehouse. Each wears a hooded cloak and wields a short sword and a short bow on their back. Who's out here caw-cawing?
Caca! Sorry, it's probably offensive of me to say caca around these birds.
Racist.
I'm so sorry. Actually, I was...
saying that we do.
Sorry, I forgot the Dolce can't go. What are we? We are 11 minutes and 46 seconds into stream. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I'll try to reel her in a little bit better. Oh.
Well.
I gotta put the warning because Bralef might have Blockhead commit some war crimes here. So, content classifications, violent and graphic depictions. All right, we're Gucci. Over back to you.
Violent and graphic depictions, racist undertones, or overtones,
Yeah, that's
depending on
probably okay
how
on Twitch.
Dolce wants to go.
That's good.
So, first up in initiative order is this Kenku up here. It occurs to you that when you walked in, these Kenku already had blades drawn, and you're pretty quickly able to surmise the intention behind that, because as soon as these two up here spot Silly Pickles, this one gets to go first, and intention is made obvious. As he is going to run up to you, go 5, 10, 15. And this guy's gonna swing at you with a short sword twice.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 20 hit you?
Sure does.
With 9 magical piercing damage.
Magical.
Oh, it's a +2 short sword. Shit. Well, I'll use my reaction to have that.
That's fair. And for attack number 2, a 12.
That'll miss.
Kaka.
That's going to be the end of that one's turn. And next up is Dolce.
All right, so Dolce's gonna mutter under breath. She's like, "Oh shit, oh shit! I hear combat has ensued, but she can't phase through walls yet."
You hear muffled drums in the next room.
I've actually been like from the music.
Oh, yeah.
I've been rewatching Doctor Who 2005 for the first time because I've been showing Reese Doctor Who, and we watched the first episode. And the music that plays at the very beginning opening sequence, when it cuts to the main, what's the name of like the thing, self-insert for the audience? When it cuts to self-insert for the audience, she's in a mall, and then it sounds like the music that was just playing is coming from the mall speakers. And then it cuts back to her doing other things, and it goes back to being the regular music that's playing around. Oh, Itatakimas, welcome in. Yes, Doctor Who. It's why I picked my name. And Isaac, thank you for redeeming your daily free magic item. Any of you all can also redeem your daily free magic items, the list of which I provided to our good DM, the Coffee Lich over here. Not necessarily to use in this campaign, of course, but just to show them the kinds of stuff I like seeing. And thank you for the hydrate.
The daily free item I saw in your redeem options that just pulls from that D100 list.
Exactly. So if I redeem it right now, I will get a trumpet that, if played, allows you to see enemies through smoke or walls within 30 feet. And Harley got a companion lamp. It's like a hooded lantern that doesn't like fall over if you kind of like tilt or backflip or do anything, and gives you dark vision. That's pretty interesting, now that I think about it.
15 feet.
Huh. So I'm thinking about, but if it's creating the beam of light, I'll have to check into that. Oh, and Isaac got a snake stick. Yeah, I like the snake stick. It reminds me of that awesome movie, Prince of Egypt. While I may no longer be religious, that movie still goes hard.
Just reminds me of the old D&D spell Sticks to Snakes.
Wait, what does that do? As I am only 5th edition.
It kind of does what it says on the tin. You throw a bunch of sticks out at people, and they turn into snakes.
I see. Yeah, I'll have to pull that sometime. I like the idea of, because I was talking with Stag about the idea of pulling older spells and older enemies. Like, you fight the enemies in their original incarnations, but then like you go to some place that is so old that it has the enemies, but from like 3.5 or from 2nd edition. What they look like, movesets and all that. Would be tricky, I imagine, with things like, because will saves, is that Pathfinder? Is that like older edition?
It's 3.5 as well.
Aha.
Which, I mean, Pathfinder and 2.5 have a lot of, there's overlap there.
Yeah. Which one did Pathfinder like offshoot from?
3.5.
Ah.
Pathfinder was an offshoot of 3.5, really?
I think.
I could be wrong, but no, I think I'm just thinking about what edition Pathfinder is currently on. I was gonna say that I thought Pathfinder like came out between 2nd edition and 3rd edition D&D, but I think I'm just confusing that with the fact that Pathfinder is currently on 2nd edition, or possibly 2.5. I'm not 100% sure anymore.
Oh yeah, we'll have to ask our resident Pathfinder player, Frank.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ida Takima says that Bralef is correct. It's an offshoot of 3.5.
Neat. I might be able to pick up Pathfinder more easily than I'd initially expected then. Cool. Not that I currently have any plans to, but still.
Hmm. I'm kind of interested in trying out Pathfinder, especially because of the isn't like what's the word, like OGE free? What is it? Open source or whatever. I don't know.
Don't think Pathfinder is strictly open source, but I do know that like they were also against Wizards doing their whole shit. When Wizards was like cracking down on basically everything D&D. It's been long enough. I don't actually remember the details anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
knew that they were trying to basically hold like 100% control over basically everything that anyone did with D&D. But circling back to the old sticks to snakes bit, there is actually a video game, Dungeons and Dragons Chronicles of Mystara, where one of the playable classes, the cleric, actually gets to use sticks to snakes.
Ooh.
And he will just throw sticks at people, shout "sticks to snakes," and then they will turn to snakes and start attacking.
Nice.
And it's just very because it's an old arcade game, so the voice acting is not the best, and also the sound quality is bad. So it's just very entertaining to hear a very crispy voice go, just shouting "sticks to snakes" in the middle of a fight.
Nice. Well, glad that magic item could bring us on a little nostalgia trip. I'll stop stalling for time, and I will go ahead and bust this door open, or I'll attempt to. I'm going to stand here. It's not going to go well. I was musing to Bralef and the Coffee Lich here about how I like to... I'm like, man, I feel like most of my characters are girl fails. All my characters are girl fails, regardless of anything going on with them. So I will attempt to kick this door open.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Oh boy. Oh, thank God. I saw the one. I panicked. Woo!
Yes, you are able to kick in that door pretty effectively. And as a result, you're able to see the scene and startle 2 more Kenkus. Also, there were actually 4 Kenkus all along. And they are just as unhappy to see you as I assume you are to see them.
Yes, because... So, oh God, Dolce's doing it again. So she's thinking to herself as she kind of hears the voice of a deity echoing in her head about them not being as happy to see her as she is unhappy to see them. She's thinking about how she's terrified of cockatrices, which are kind of like bird-like, and Kenkus are also bird-like. So she's like, birds. May I ask if opening the door counted as a free action and if I still have my action available? Or if that was my action, because it was kind of like involved.
I don't know where like intentionally doing an action, intentionally doing a skill check like that counts. We'll say that's a free interaction. I might regret that later, but
Thank you. I probably would have ruled out the same way personally. I know I'm biased because it's my character right now, but yeah, in that case, upon seeing the Kenku, I would like to cast Firebolt by tapping the side of my lantern until a mote of fire forms at the very front of it, because it is a bullseye lantern, and then kind of like thrusting my palm forward, allowing the fire to sail towards the Kenku that I imagine has some sort of cover over there, unfortunately.
yeah, probably will say half cover once I relearn what that actually does. I think that's just a -2 to hit.
Yeah, basically like a +2 to AC, and like I think it's +5 for 3/4 or full.
I think it's +5 for full.
Okay.
Could be wrong. Remind me, what is your subclass at this point?
I am a rune knight, but I have that as my magic initiate cantrip.
Gotcha. Okay. Alright, so yeah, half cover is a +2 bonus to AC and dex saves. 3/4 is +5, you were correct, and total cover, you just can't be targeted
That makes sense.
directly. Anyway.
Right,
yeah.
right. You could still cast like fireball or something.
So this guy, we'll say, has half cover for being behind these
Oof.
boxes and crates. So it is a +2 to his AC.
Which means I imagine this 13 that I just rolled probably wouldn't hit. I'm just like,
If it makes you feel any better, it wouldn't
if
have
hit
hit
it
if
anyway.
did
It does! Woohoo! Thank you. All right. I will step into the room ominously. And if I had a free interaction left, which I do not, I would have closed the door ominously behind me. But I'm just going to put up my dukes and step in and end my turn.
Step into the room, I call for 15 dex checks as every trap goes off. Bear trap, 3 different crossbow traps. Alright, so, is that the end of your turn, did you say?
Yes.
Alright. Then we are going over to Silly Pickles. Silly Pickles, this weird bald crow thing, just ran up to you and stabbed you in some part of your non-existent body, and it hurt a lot more than you expected it to.
Rude. All right. She's gonna start by flinging Blockhead through the window. I don't know if like I'm gonna need to roll an attack against it.
Let me double check. Want to make sure that that window isn't like barred. If it's just glass, then you're good. If it's barred, then I will call for some kind of attack.
If it's barred, I would probably not even try and do something else. But if it's just glass, I'll
Yeah.
try
So
and smash.
let me double check then.
I like this music.
Thank you. Okay. So the window is not barred, it is simply painted over. But it is closed. So it seems like my guess is that the way you got in here was dropping your armor and phasing through the wall.
Correct.
Gotcha. So, I am going to. I'm gonna say you can just kind of. I'm just gonna say that you can make the attack on the Kenku with disadvantage because you do have to navigate Blockhead through the window.
Yeah. Did that go through? I don't think so.
It did eventually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
See a 12 now.
12.
and that does miss, unfortunately.
Well, now that the window is open, Blood Pickles is going to use her bonus action to reassemble her armor,
That's fair.
and will then use her action or her second attack to fling Blockhead again for the exact same roll. Okay, well,
Impressive.
and she's going to go, and end her turn.
Okay. Let's see. Next up is this Kenku. It's gonna go here. What's the range on these guys? 80 feet. I have to assume that this is within 80 feet. Yes. This guy up here is going to fire at Dolce twice with a short bow. +2. That first one's an 11, so I assume that misses.
It does.
The second one's a 19.
That does hit. if I were still an Eldritch Knight, I could prevent that, but I no longer am. And I chose not to try to ask to swap in shield in favor of disguise self, or vice versa. So yes, that will hit it.
Alright. So that is 8 magical piercing damage to you. And then it's going to... And this guy's going to duck behind cover once again. Next up is this guy who you just shot at. And he is going to hop here and do the same thing. Fire twice at you. Once with an 11 and once with a 9. So he misses on both of those. And he's also going to duck behind cover again. And now this guy is going to fire twice at Silly Pickles. An 11 and then a 24 for 7 piercing.
Yeah, 24. Right?
Also magical.
Yep. I might as well have it. Though I might get hit again, so we'll see. But yeah, I'll have it.
Okay. Alright, and we're back up to the top of initiative order with this guy who is actually engaged in melee combat with Silly Pickles. And he is going to open with a short sword.
Oh. All right, Shaq, get your nat 20s in.
Yep.
And then once again, 23 that time for 6 piercing.
Okie dokie.
Dolce, you're up.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and run up this way and go 5. Wait, sorry. With my free action, I'd like to close the door. Because of the whole, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. I'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I need to ask,
yeah.
Did you say that out loud?
No. Good question, though. Okay. That would have probably made for some sort of fun interaction, but I'm too much of a coward, and so I did not have her do it.
Okay.
I will have her pull out her trusty umbrella, and I will strike this Kenku with it. Oh. Well, good thing she has her extra attack. She may have whiffed, perhaps hitting the box instead as it leant back, so she's going to try again. Ah, 26.
Yep, that one attack. That one hits. Your short sword is dealing bludgeoning damage, I see.
Oh, yeah, I can make it slashing. I just instinctively, because I was like thinking umbrella.
Wait, because umbrella. Okay, right. Fair enough. Alright. Yep, that hits. Applied that damage. And you hear this Kenku say, in Silly Pickles' voice, rude.
I knew it.
I
knew it.
Oh, that's why you asked me if... Aha! I understand now. Okay, well, that is both my attacks that make up my action.
Oh, it's doing that. Okay, crud.
What's up?
It's doing the thing where all the Kenkus,
Oh, the health. I understand.
Give me a minute.
Yeah. Good luck. I think probably pass turn after that. If it helps, I've been using the red bars, and this is not tied to any of the stats.
Yeah, I suppose, but like, I don't know, it's kind of a band-aid fix that doesn't really get me where I'm trying to go. But I'm gonna have no choice but to do that. Frustrating. It only happens sometimes. I don't know why it only happens sometimes, but it only happens sometimes. Anyway, did you have anything else that you wanted to do?
No, that's it for me.
All right, Silly Pickle, what you up?
All right, I'm gonna try and knock this guy's block off. Okay. All right. 15 bludgeoning damage to block it. These guys have like 2 health, right?
Yeah.
And I guess as a bonus action, just gonna burn a hit die because damn, she's taking some damage.
Yeah.
Better than nothing. And end her turn.
That's the end of your turn, you said?
Yep.
So I need to very rapidly update some shit. Frustrating. You are now going to be the new default token. Right. Got that problem fixed. Man, that's annoying. Alright. So, first up is this Kenko down up here, who's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's their movement, right? Yes. And this guy is going to shoot at Dolce twice. Once, 21 to hit,
That will hit.
and again, 17. Does that one hit?
Yes. That one will hit as well.
Alright, there's 18 piercing damage in total then.
Okay, applied.
Eesh.
Next up is the one that is immediately adjacent to Dolce. Going to do two short sword attacks. 16. Does that one hit?
Oh, I think it does. Let me double check. Yes, it does.
And attack number 2. Another 16.
Oh. Oh. Taking a beating over here.
Did not expect this fight to go like this. Alright, next up is this guy. He's going to shoot at Silly Pickles twice.
Mm-hmm.
20 to hit.
Yep. Oh.
And a 25 to hit.
I guess I'll have the second one.
That's fair.
So the pickle says.
What did Silly Pickle say? You cut out a little bit.
Did you hear it that time?
I did not.
I just screamed / wheezed.
Oh, maybe your like mic was peaking and it cut it off then. Alright, back up to the top of initiative, and next up is this Kenku up here, who's gonna try to stab you twice. 14.
That one misses.
24.
That one hits.
That is 7 piercing damage to you.
Alright.
Next up is Dolce.
Okay. Well, here's what I guess the first thing I'm gonna do is I am going to use my second wind as my bonus action. Okay. Could be better. I will then begin. I'm going to take my umbrella, tap the side of my lantern, but I'm going to go ahead and strike this first Kenku like normal. God.
It does unfortunately miss.
All right, I will do my extra attack. Let's try this again. What the heck? Oh, this one is rough. Playing NPT playing, welcome in. You're just in time to see my nat 1.
Just die.
So let me get some of my nat 1s in chat. You came in at a timely moment. Oh my gosh. All right, let's try this again.
We're about to have our first TPK, and it's entirely because of the fact that the dice are conspiring against these guys.
All right, I'm action surging.
That's fail.
All right, let's try this again. Welcome in, PJ. Yep, that's right. We're doing some D&D. I'm a player today. It was a DM on Monday. What else do I already?
And not to play favorites between the players and the enemies or anything. But just as a reminder to those in the audience, I believe Lightning allows people to buy the ability to bless the players with channel points.
I can find it.
Wait.
You know, it might actually be gone.
But all right, I have to be completely honest with you. When I'm DM, I don't normally allow the players to bless each other.
Yeah, I know. I'll accept the refund of that.
I will. Yeah, I'll refund that when I can get to it.
Can't even see it. Can't even see it as an option.
You might have to refresh too, since I just recently activated it.
Oh yeah, there. Just bless a player of your choice. Bless myself.
All right, let me try hitting this guy again, but this time I'm going to use my free action to pull out my trusty Winter's Bite Rapier, because it does not let me down. Clearly, my umbrellas are not the play today. So I like to strike with a rapier instead.
Alright.
Oh, congrats on your Pockets of Holding. Anything placed in one pouch can be taken out from another pouch in the set. I should have it roll,
Place
honestly.
my missing fucking organs into these.
You don't have organs. Go.
Yeah, not anymore. You stabbed them all out.
Oh my gosh. This was the
Let's
play.
go.
Woohoo! Oh my gosh.
Literally, like, the 2 best rolls that either of you guys had the entire combat.
Right after the nat 1 from the umbrella, I'm just like, you know, like the umbrella gets like stuck in the box here. I'm just like, you know, fuck this. And I pull out my Winter's Bite Rapier and I just thrust it clean through.
Let's see that minimum damage.
Minima? Oh my, stop saying things like that. That crit was just a 1. That's rough.
I saw the 1 immediately. Alright. Went to hit -10 on this guy's health, and I accidentally typed in ×10. You didn't know, you fool. Kenkus absorb ice. Multiplies their HP tenfold.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Thank you for reminding me about Winter's Bitten. I'm a fool. Do I get to double this one since?
Yes.
Is that yeah, that's dice, so yeah, roll another d6.
All right. I pierce straight through, and an explosion of ice radiates from the blade.
Nice. Well, that Kenku is looking worse for wear, definitely.
Looking worse for wear, you say? That's what I
Yes.
like to hear. Because, well, actually,
Abilities.
yeah.
I'm a level with you, dude. You look like you're about to die, so like whatever you gotta do to not die.
I would like to use, remember I tapped the side of my lantern earlier. I would like to invoke the fire rune that is inscribed on my lantern to have the target take an extra 2d6 fire damage. As out of the explosion of ice, as soon as that settles, an explosion of fire radiates from the blade.
Nice. Okay. So roll the 2d6 fire damage. We'll see how things go from there.
Okay, I'm
1 and a 3 is my guess.
surprised I didn't put it in the sheet. I'll just have to roll this manually. All right, fire damage. Aha! 1-3, Bralef was correct, and then another not 1. Bralef was incorrect.
Oh, wait. And what's the other thing? Must succeed a dex saving throw or be restrained for 1 minute. while
Strength
restrained
saving
by-
throw.
Is that not what I said? Did I say dex?
Yes.
Alright. Strength saving throw or be restrained for 1 minute. While restrained by the shackles, the target takes 2d6 fire damage at the start of each of its turns. Target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, banishing the shackles on success. Alright. What's the DC for the save?
Oh, it is. Sorry, I think it's rune-
16.
Let's hope.
Oh no, it's not gonna
It's
be
probably
16.
based on your strength, isn't it?
8, 12. It's 14. It's based on my con mod actually, which I've considered because even if I upped it with the ASI that I think I forgot at level 6, it would still only be 15. Oh, which it would. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to get the extra damage in, but it looks like it wasn't. Didn't hold. It didn't take. Didn't wrap around him.
This guy looks to be on his last legs.
Okay.
But yeah,
see.
he did successfully break these cuffs, unfortunately.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna twist the rapier and thrust it a little bit deeper in because, well, it might not still be in him anyway. Like I pulled it back out. I'm gonna try to hit him again because ever since the action surge, I've actually only struck 1 time, and I have my extra attack.
I would
Ugh.
have bet my life savings that you would miss that attack.
Well,
we could have doubled your life savings.
it was a good run, folks. Well, yes, Isaac, I've got this ice weapon from the
Dragon
previous
Heist is
campaign.
a level 1 to 5 campaign, they said. We're over leveled for it, they said.
I mean, I also said I was going to be tuning all the fights to make it so that you won't just going to stomp your way through.
Enemies usually don't have magical damage, they said.
Yeah, level 1 to 5, but you guys are level 8. Silly Pickles is brushed off like 100% of the damage in most fights.
Yes.
I see now that the multi-attack was a mistake. I didn't think that the +2 would be that impactful on.
Wait, did you give
tankers with
them?
such fast
Did you give them
stats.
multi-attack and a +2, or did they already have the multi? You. All right.
These are guys that are intended to be fought when you are level 1. If I gave them either multi-attack or +2s, they would not actually. It didn't seem like they'd pose that much of a threat.
That's fine. We haven't died yet.
Anyway, I believe is that the end of Dolce's turn.
I believe it might very well be. I'm out of almost everything that I would want to do except. Yeah, I'll just cross my fingers and my hands and my legs and my toes, I guess. Yep, I'm done.
Okay, so Dolce is prone and restrained as a result of pretzeling herself. Um, so Silly Pickles, you're up.
Does a 14 hit?
It does not, unfortunately.
Does a 17 hit?
Mm-hmm.
8 bludgeoning damage, fucking damn near minimum.
All right. I assume you're tagging this guy right next to you.
Yes, and I'll use another hit die because I'm gonna fucking die. What the? Yeah, what was my health?
I think your health was. I want to say it was at 12.
No, it was more than that. I think it was 16.
I think it was either at 12 or 18. So if it was not at 12, then I think it was at 18.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I asked because mid typing, Firefox just like gave me a pop up, and I didn't know what the fuck it was, so then I forgot the number. Anyway, that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Next up is this Kenku. It's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Gilius. I'm in the wrong room at this point. One sec. This guy is gonna do something a little bit more fun. He's going to, so this Kenku right here has read the room and realizes that these guys are probably winning this fight pretty handily, and he's deciding to take the opportunity to be a bully. So he is actually going to try to push. He is actually going to try to shove Dolce over.
Like prone?
Yep.
I see. Okay.
And let me double check then. He rolled a 13 on his strength athletics check, so roll me your choice of athletics or acrobatics to contest.
I will choose acrobatics.
Alright, you are able to successfully resist his attempts to push you prone.
Ooh.
It's gonna be the end of that guy's turn. Next up is this guy on top of you. So, these guys are supposed to fight until a number of them that I'm not going to show are incapacitated. I feel like they are not real. I feel like a dude at 2 health is probably not going to willingly just let himself be the first guy to go down. So I think this guy's probably gonna attempt to run. Disengage just a player option, or is that just a general action?
I think anyone can do it.
Yeah. Well then, I'm gonna say that this guy here is probably gonna attempt to disengage. And go. So he's gonna disengage and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And right, disengages in action, so that's the end of his turn. So next up is this guy up top here. He is going to attempt to shoot Silly Pickles with a short bow.
Mhm.
What in the?
So that is
That
a
hits.
hit. Okay, that misses.
I'm gonna use my reaction to have that damage.
That's fair.
That is the same Genku that Nat 20'd earlier, so I'm just gonna put Genku number 3 times 3.
One of those dice is the minimum damage, and the other one is the maximum, which is a little fun. And he's going to attempt to shoot you again with a 9.
That misses.
All right. Next up, it's this guy, top of initiative order, and he's going to try to stab you.
Mhm.
What snack choices do you have, Isaac?
What is he? Yeah, I can't think of anything more fun for him to do, so yeah, he's just going to attempt to stab you. 17 misses, right?
Yep, just barely.
And 24.
That hits.
Alright. Gonna be the end of that guy's turn. Next up is Dolce.
I'm going to ask I guess a logistical question. I assume that even if I move to here, I won't be able to see Silly Pickles because of all the boxes and stuff in the way, I imagine, perhaps.
Probably. I would say it's probably more because of the wall, but yeah, the boxes too, I suppose. What were you thinking? You were thinking here?
I was thinking here, but it does sound like because of the wall primarily, if I moved like 45, I'd probably be able to see Silly Pickles.
Probably. Oh, definitely, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess all I can say is hang in there, buddy.
Could you start the music? I had to restart my browser.
Go.
Thank you.
Oh.
Oh. I have a question.
I have an answer.
If I were to become large, which direction would my dimensions stretch towards?
I think generally speaking, the answer is that they stretch in the direction of least resistance. So I would have to. I don't know. So I'd have to say like out to this way.
I see. Okay. Okay.
There we go. So I'd say that this is probably what your dimensions would be.
Okay. In that case, I'll activate my giant might. I'll become a large lady. Does use it my bonus action.
You could have done that this whole time.
My bonus action economy is kind of
Oh yeah,
tied
fair.
up.
Same.
Once on each of your taunts, one of your attacks with a weapon or on a strike can deal an extra 1d6 damage to a target on a hit. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and we gain all expended uses of it when you finish a long rest. Cool.
All right, I'll go ahead and. Can I stretch myself?
I assume that you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh.
All right. She is going to.
Big
Yep. She's gonna grip the Winter's Bite tightly, and I guess she's gonna pierce straight through at this Kenku.
Alright. And strength attacks include strength.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Included in strength checks, right?
Strength at one of your. Sorry, what was the question?
I was asking if an attack roll that uses strength counts as a strength check.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh.
All right. Well, another nat 1 out of the way. Let me just. Oh my gosh. Just try the second time. Oh.
Unfortunately.
I see how it is. I see how it is. All right. I'm going to go ahead and utilize my mobile feat to step away without triggering an attack of opportunity. And I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I imagine Daffodil hears me clambering along.
Yep.
I will hold my
Given
weapon.
that you're large now, I would say that you can probably given that you're large now, I would say that you can probably see her.
Yes.
I mean, if the fucking Kenku can see me enough to shoot me, I would say probably yeah.
Well, yeah, the problem was that when she was medium sized, she would be ending in this tall.
Okay.
It's part of the reason why I asked which dimensions I was stretched towards, because I would not have been able to see you if I weren't.
I see. That makes sense.
Well, I think that's it with my turn. I used my bonus action and my full action, so I will hand the turn over.
Alright. Very important roles coming up. Silly Pickles is gonna try and finish this guy off.
That hits.
7 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
Damn, you're dealing Dolce levels of damage here.
Yeah, that second one hits.
And 9 bludgeoning damage.
And that one knocks them out.
Hooray! And no, he's not knocked out. He's dead.
And I figured.
And I'll burn a hit die because.
No.
Should go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. To maybe, I don't know, flank with Dolce or some shit. We'll see.
True.
Mhm.
It will be most
And end your turn.
appreciated.
Alright. And is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
So you know how I said that they fight until a number of them are incapacitated or killed?
Yes.
So that number is 2. So this guy is dead, and this guy has removed himself from the fight, reducing their numbers to 2, and thus this guy is also gonna cheese it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This guy's gonna use the dash action, go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then we're gonna remove him from the turn order. We're gonna put him on the GM layer. It's the end of his turn. Next up is this guy, who's similarly gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3 and remove him from the taunt order. Delete him. And now is this guy. Oh, wait. Delete that guy from the taunt order because he's fucking dead. And next up is this guy. He drops his short bow at his feet and uses the disengage action to fuck off. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wait,
And he just kind of.
Is that a
just kind of stuck there?
boarded up window?
It is
Smashed.
Oh, you smashed it. Oh, I could have just gone through that. I see.
It was it was painted over, but it was smashed through. Yeah.
Okay.
But also, even if it wasn't, he could just like spend a free interaction opening the window next time. But he did disengage, so he can't dash. So Dolce, you're up. You can let this guy flee with his life, or you can make the use of that ability you just spawned and
15,
try to hunt him down
20,
like a dog.
25, 30, 35. Can she step 5 more feet this way? I know there's like shit in the way. I guess he kind of walked through.
Yeah, that's fine.
40. Wait,
Ominous.
this guy hasn't even taken any damage at all, right?
No. You could shove him over to prevent him from escaping. You'd have advantage on that too.
Ooh, tempting. I'm so tempted now for blood. High B minutes. The B minute stands for blood. No, I'm kidding. Fine. I will be the bigger person. Aha! Because I'm bigger than normal. And shove him over.
Game over. Goodbye, everybody.
Oh, that's it with stream. We're ending here. All right, it's at just strength at advantage, or athletics at advantage.
It's athletics, but that's a strength check. And since you're a giant right now, it says you got advantage on those.
All right, I will go ahead and just like I ran up basically with my mobile feet, allowing me 40 feet. I'm just gonna like clock this guy upside the head with an advantage. Oh, what the heck? What do you mean up 15 is all right? That seems beatable. Oh, okay.
And it's contested by his 11 in acrobatics, so you're able to successfully shove him over. Dolce just sprints up to this guy and shoulder checks him. Alright. Did you want to push him away, or did you want to shove him prone?
Probably just prone.
Makes sense.
I am sorry that I ran out of movement, so I can't get out of Daffodil Silly Pickles' way, but I will probably end my turn there.
Alright.
Yes,
So,
B, welcome
Pickles,
in.
what do you wanna
Good
do?
to see you. Hope you're having a good night.
So attacking someone within 5 feet who is prone has advantage. Attacking outside of 5 feet has disadvantage. How do we rule that for blockhead? It still counts as like a ranged attack
Yes.
from my perspective, so it would have
Right.
disadvantage. All right. You know,
Mechanically, Blockhead
5,
is not his
10,
own entity.
15, 20, 25, 30. Haha!
Brilliant.
In front of this space. Because this guy chose to run away, this is going to be non-lethal.
Okay.
That is nice of you. You are the bigger person here, despite being probably the smallest person here.
23 bludgeoning damage.
Alright. Pretty good, pretty good. He is still up, figuratively speaking.
Mm-hmm. And I'll end my turn.
So, this guy is going to use half of his movement to stand up, so he's down to 15 feet. He's going to have to use his action disengage again. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. It's as far as he can go. Dolce, what are you going to do?
So I imagine that I have to squeeze through the space, or it would be otherwise difficult for me to squeeze through the space.
You would have to squeeze through the space. This counts as like a 5-foot space, so large creatures are able to move through it, but they're just squeezing. So I think counts as difficult terrain, and you have disadvantage on attacks and checks.
Okay. Then I will go. I'll try to go 5. Unless this is 5'10". Considering what's. Oh, this is Genku here. What? Where the heck? Is Daffodil under blockhead right now?
Yes.
5, 10.
On top of them specifically.
15, 20, 25, if I'm understanding correctly.
Think so.
Okay.
Sounds about right to me.
I feel like technically it makes more sense to knock a guy out non-lethally with a bludgeoning weapon than I know that mechanically it doesn't matter. But
By the way, shoving someone is one of your attacks, so you could have attacked him after you shoved him.
True.
is that
I didn't do that all at all.
is that 2014
'cause I
5th edition or is that one D&D now integrated into 2024?
No, that's always been the case.
Huh. Okay.
The only reason that the guy who tried to shove you didn't is because I wanted to not kill you.
Sure. All right. Well, in that case, I will shove this guy first. With a 19.
All right. Tested 12. So you shoving him down again?
Yes. That way I can grant myself advantage on my next attack. As part of the attack string.
Yay.
D&D debates need lawyers. Yeah, that's why they call them like rules lawyers, or it's why it's like judges when you're like judge when you're playing like a competitive card game.
Yep.
All right, I think I will switch to the umbrella just because it makes more sense for me.
Mm-hmm.
I will bring it down onto him with a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, so for damage, first it is this, and then it is plus the giant might for a total of 11 bludgeoning damage.
That's unfortunate, but all right.
I understand. We said 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna go 30, 35, 40. Just gonna move into position right here and pass turn over to Daffodil Silly Pickles. Take it away.
So we're gonna 5, 10, 15, and fling block it over here.
Yep, that hits. Now, are you killing this one, or is this non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
Alright. Congratulations, you did it. I forgot to get victory music again. So we're just switching back to the dockyard, or the dock ward.
Wow, these Kenkus got hands.
No, they have wings. Actually, they probably have hands.
They do
They
not.
literally have hands.
They literally have hand. They're like, that's a big lore.
It was a
They do
joke,
not.
y'all. Sheesh.
Someone's not up on their D&D lore.
Well, you see, I don't like to run boring ass races like Kenku's. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you just like to play Valiant Human.
That's a pretty low blow, but it's not my fault that 2014 5th edition doesn't allow you to take feats until you hit
The
level
most-
4. That's literally the only reason
most-
why.
The most obscure class race combination, a human fighter.
I will have you know, Mr. plays Matt Mercer's Lingering Soul class, it is not my fault that I would like some buffs, please. In comparison to Matt Mercer's overpowered Lingering Soul, whatever the fuck you are.
Granted, I give you permission to buff yourself.
Oi.
All right, Dolce is leaving this campaign in favor of B Minutes is going to step in for me because he played an undead sword, which is pretty epic.
That
But yeah, it's not my
How's
fault.
that wall?
that kicks ass. That's awesome. Real talk though, human fighter kicks ass. There's a reason why it's the most played combination because it fucking rules.
Yeah, it's still kind of boring though.
I'll defend human fighters to my grave.
Well-
Battlemaster kicks ass.
Well, it's nice that Human Fighter is better now in 2024 5th edition because now it's more exciting.
I'm not that big of a fan of Battlemaster. I don't personally find it especially interesting or engaging, which is very unfortunate because it is almost certainly like it is one of, if not the most interesting and engaging final subclass.
I've never played a
So-
Battlemaster fighter myself, but I have taken the Battlemaster associated feat twice onto my characters
yeah.
because, you know, the techniques.
Yeah.
But I have heard of the sword play. I think someone played as there's a person. I don't know if B Minutes is talking about like a floating sword, but what I'm imagining is there's like a person who's like the familiar or the companion who wields the sword. I'm assuming he means floating sword. Think like the Pokemon. But I have heard of like where it's like, oh, you think that's the player character, but no, it's the sword actually. It's not the knight holding it or whatever.
I might play Blockhead as a character someday.
Jesus.
Whether he'll have like a body remains to be seen.
He was literally a piece of equipment. Actually, with B Minutes, that sounds hilarious. Like, just like everyone else is going about and doing their thing, chiming in. I assumed you could speak like a language, or were you more like telepathically communicating with people? If another player didn't unsheath me, I couldn't do anything. I also can't do anything if I don't get unsheathed.
I'm gonna up that age rating on this screen real quick.
That is true. Hold on,
Okay.
let me go over here.
Was the voice muffled if you were sheathed?
I could talk. Good to hear.
I'm with Bralef. I need to know.
Of course it was Mo. Heck yeah.
Yeah, no, that
That's beautiful.
rules.
This guy gets
Good. Excellent. Brilliant. No notes.
Yeah, I love playing weirdo characters.
So yeah, you said you were a piece of equipment. So were you being wielded by another player, or like were you able to act on your own, but you traveled in the sheath and needed to be unsheathed by someone else?
I have,
In the meantime,
for the record, I do have exciting non-fighter / human characters. I had a legally distinct Rock Hawk from Paper Mario. Sockhawk. He was an
Aarakocra monk?
Aarakocra. I think he was either a monk or a fighter.
yeah, that makes sense.
As soon as he unsheathed me,
meantime-
I could do whatever I wanted. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
I'll
Romance.
see
the
if they
bartender.
think you have anything interesting on them. I guess they have +2 short swords on them and crossbows.
Not crossbow, short bows.
I was a
Alright.
floating blade embodied by a spirit or whatever. Nice.
I love the or whatever. A little unclear on that, says the player who created the character.
Love it.
I was trolling those people. They no longer hang out with me. Aw.
Aw.
I would.
Damn.
That's a banger concept, just for the record. That is worth like a spot in a party, not worth not hanging out with.
Awesome. I'm glad you think that. Hold on to that energy for one of my future characters.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold you guys to this level of support when I pull out some stupid shit later.
No, you're not allowed to play Blockhead. Fuck you.
Okay, so my character is a car.
You already did that. You Chomp Blue was like some sort of.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, it was a minecart, but yeah, same energy.
Next, you're gonna tell me he's Lightning McQueen.
In the one shot, I played Morty, who rode around in the minecart. It was the Wasteland Ranger.
I don't remember that, actually. That's unfortunate.
I'm liking this character concept here. My character is a dungeon master and can override the other DM, aka the false god.
It's a pretty fun concept. I just dump the Coffee Lich into the game. He just acts as a proxy. I actually had a friend who did that one time. Just like had himself in the game, like just directly.
Oh yes, reminds me of my Ryan Reynolds with elf ears token. And then also the token that is me and the token that is Frank.
I didn't know you had a token that is you. I know about Frank. He shows up constantly.
Yeah, it's the token of me is the picture that Bralef said specifically makes me look like Gilbert from The Legend of Vox Machina, or Critical Role in general.
Gilmore, you mean?
Did I say Gilbert? I'm so sorry, Gilmore. I'll give him a big old bear hug to apologize.
Gilbert is like if you made him white, he'd be named Gilbert.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Gilbert is the human fighter equivalent of the Gilmore name. This Dungeon Master talk reminds me of there's this board game called 5 Minute Dungeon that I highly recommend. And in earlier editions, it says on the box the most fun you can have in 5 minutes. But on both editions of the box is the Dungeon Master, which is the final boss of the game, which looks like the Dungeon Master from the cartoon Dungeons and Dragons series, the one back in the day that existed before I was born, or whatever. Actually, now I feel like I'm lying. Let me look this up real quick. Dungeons and Dragons cartoon.
In the meantime, besides their freakishly powerful weapons, do these guys have anything else on them?
And oh yeah, speaking of, by the time we start looting them, I will shrink back down inside because it only lasts a minute. 10 rounds.
Gotcha. It does not actually appear that they have anything of wealth on them outside of their weapons. You could probably... So, I will say, you got 2 people. Each of you guys roll me 2d6.
Cool.
Alright. On one of them, you're able to find a little pouch that has 6 gold pieces. On the other, you're able to find a pouch that has 12.
Ooh.
You got
Alright.
18 gold pieces in total.
I'll add 9 to mine.
I appreciate you despite rolling better. I will add mine to mine as well.
I have to take a break for a moment. I gotta go get some water.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. In the meantime, I guess we can each take a +2 short sword and short bow. Not that I'll necessarily make use of them, so maybe you can take both if you want to dual wield.
You don't think our DM is going to say that it like shattered from the combat?
We can ask.
I mean, I'm more than happy to add a +2 short sword, but
It is possible that our DM did not consider that we would loot the body, but
right after the buff, or like it just reverts to a regular short sword that's not +2.
Because what do you have for range attacks right now? Nothing.
Me, I've got firebolts, I've got a longbow, I've got the hand axe.
Okay.
But by keeping firebolt, I did give up minor illusion.
Yeah.
Because I'm down to 2 cantrips now.
And what's your modifier for firebolt?
My modifier for firebolt is intelligence. Right now it's a +3 on top of the +4, so it is a +7 to hit. And I do have a floating ASI that I ended up not taking, so I'll have to add 2 to something, or I can take a feat. But honestly, I feel kind of feated out. Like I've already looked. Like the only thing I would probably consider would be something like, because I hear spell sniper is better in 2024, but as far as existing 2014 to 2024 feats would be concerned, I'd probably, like, if I would eye anything, it would just be Strixhaven Initiate. Because, you know, 2 cantrips in a spell, but technically better than Magic Initiate because if I had existing spell slots, I could cast that first level spell with any of them. Magic Initiate does not let you do that because it's a little outdated. Which means I was also considering Misty Step or Fey Touched. By the way, how low did your health get back there?
At one point it was at, I think, 11.
I see.
If I didn't have the feat that lets me burn hit dice as a bonus action, I would have gone down.
Nice. All right. Well, I will at least pause this recording until our DM returns. All right, back to it. Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, now that we're
Yep.
done looting, it's time to finish what we came for here for finding Loon.
You got one guy dead, one guy unconscious. You seemingly have the run of the place at this point.
Nice.
What do you want to do?
Well, Bralef would like to ask you a question about our loot.
Oh yeah, can we actually take the +2 weapons?
I operate by the rule set of do not give something to an enemy that you aren't prepared for the players to take.
Fuck yeah.
So yes, you can take the +2 weapons.
As the kids say, based.
You can no longer take the +2 weapon.
As the kids say, yeah, that's fair. Are you interested in both of the short swords?
Thank you for the big emote, by the way. I appreciate it. Shit. Oh my gosh.
Considering the fact that your umbrellas are mechanically short swords, but also they don't have any enchantments on them.
Technically, yes. Well, one has a rune on it, but that doesn't really matter. I can just swap that onto something else during a long rest anyway. But yeah, I would love to take both of them since you're probably not going to be using it anyway, right?
Correct.
If it ain't broke, don't
Blockhead's-
fix it.
Yeah. Blackhead's quite effective.
Okay. I'll work on adding that, but I am game to keep looking for this Floon fellow. So I will go ahead and at my now normal size of medium, step back in here and scope out, well, the room. If there's anything catches my eye, like box that is clearly drawn on a different layer than the rest of the shot, a la old Scooby-Doo and other such cartoons.
No, there don't immediately seem to be any boxes that are drawn on an animation cell.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, like
Well,
like in Scooby-Doo.
if
Sorry, go ahead.
we don't find anything interesting in any of the boxes or anything, I guess we'll head upstairs.
Yeah, you know how old Scooby-Doo was back in the day.
Move you guys here then. See, that's Z4. Give me one moment while I just quickly reread this description. Alright. The open second level is a balcony stacked with crates overlooking the main warehouse. Oh, and let me reveal that as well.
Did I make that charisma save? I don't remember clicking that.
Evidently you did, but I don't know.
I'm not sure. It was
Rest in
right.
peace, Blockhead.
It was right around the time that we're talking about the +2 short swords.
Hadn't even noticed. Duh. Yeah, I guess we'll look around. See if any of these boxes are drawn on the animation cell.
As you examine the various boxes, none of which are drawn on animation cells, you are able to find all sorts of stuff. Moth-eaten bolts of cloth, bottles of spoiled olive oil, and hundreds of highly fashionable wooden-soled sandals that were all the rage last summer, but they are now out of fashion. All in all, none of this junk is valuable.
It's an iconic line that I actually recall from last time that I did this.
Yeah. You do get the sense, however, Dolce, that some of these sandals would look quite fetching on you.
Sure. I will go back to the boxes and nab a pair of sandals.
You're able to find a pair about midway into a pile that's not too dusty and seems to be about your size, and they are in good enough condition.
Nice. I will swap them out because I haven't been able to find really good, suitable replacement footwear for that time that we had to trudge through like shit or something like that in like one of the first floors of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. It's like a whole floor where I was up to my knees in shit. And so this is welcome.
The wooden sole takes a little bit to get used to. Seems like it might be a little uncomfortable to walk around in for long periods of time, but you seem to fairly quickly get used to it.
Okay.
You can add +1 style to your outfit.
+1 style, you say? Yeah, I'll write that right down in my sheet. Also, welcome in, Raven Queen. Timely that you are here as we do some D&D. Let me see. +1 style. I'll just say shoes. They're like little sandal things. Well, yeah. Thanks for the little gifts. I will go ahead and go back towards this definitely not suspicious looking door. I almost said Troy.
All right, gonna open this door up.
I will actually ask Daffodil to open up this door.
I will ask Blockhead to open the door.
Blockhead, unfortunately, does
Cannot
not
speak.
have hands.
Yeah, Raven, how you doing? How's work been?
So,
Hope you've been well.
Silly Pickles will step forward and open the door.
The door opens, and in the room is a single homeless rat that darts out between you.
Blockhead smashes it. No.
You monster.
No. I just possessed the rat. I don't.
The room appears to be an office. Let's see. Suite of offices. The room has a desk, a chair, and some bare shelves covered with dust and draped in cobwebs. Mounted. As you open the door, a single little bell near the top rings.
A bell rings as I approach.
Oh, yeah. As you open the door, it bumps past a little bell.
Ah. Well, if there's anyone past here, they know we're here now.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. Clearly.
I guess I'll try this door? No, wait. My mental map suggests to me that this one is probably like a closet or something. Based on my knowledge of having seen the outside of the building.
But yeah, I have not played Ironclaw, but that sounds interesting.
I'm not sure
Minutes.
why it's drawn like that. It appears to just be a window.
It's that one door in Dark Souls 2 that just has you fall into a pit.
Can't believe
I
you
guess
just
so.
died. Don't make me a play. Thank you, Raven. I appreciate that. I love media
Whose armor
tacos.
falls out, but she just hovers in the air.
I played a yak in that game. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Yaks are underrated.
up a
They're
sign that says yikes.
underrepresented, honestly.
Yeah.
Entire metal suit of armor clangs to the ground loudly.
Now that's sick
I
name,
changed my
Yusuf
mind.
the Yak
I do open
Scholar.
the store then.
I hardly know her.
Open the door and 2 more rats scamper out.
My experience playing Magic the Gathering this set, Bloomburrow, forest creatures, rats everywhere. Two doors that
Eeny,
definitely
meeny, this
don't
one.
lead into the same room. You played
Those of
Magic
you
back in
keeping
these days
track at
too?
home might be noticing a pattern by now as yet another rat darts out.
Am I noticing it? What?
All the rooms that you have checked in this
Wait.
little corner have had essentially the same furniture. A simple desk, a simple chair, some bale shelves.
I'm literally running a fairy deck right now.
Um,
It's blue-black. It has carried me
Rent me the
far.
rats.
I am
Seems
loving my
suspicious.
fairy deck. Like, I took the
Not
existing
really.
fairy starter
Are they
deck they
wild
gave you,
shaped
and I, like, changed it up and improved it. That's what I'm running.
druid hags?
I don't think you would have the ability to tell that at a glance, but none
know,
of them
I'm
seem to
asking
be
you the
exhibiting. Why would I tell you that?
But yeah, right now I'm trying to make this mouse-oriented
you're
deck
nice
or a
and
pirate
kind.
deck. It depends. I'm running a drafted mouse deck right now too. Blue-black
I'll
fairy.
try
This was 10
opening
years
this door.
ago. Wow, it is serving me very well despite it being not 10 years ago.
Place your bets.
Wow.
Smash.
Blockheads has had enough. So it appears that it's just a bunch of empty offices.
Huh.
Some of the chairs seem to be less dusty than most of the other furniture, but
Rats have been sitting in them, I see.
I would like
And this is another window, I assume?
yes, these ones are actually drawn appropriately, but they are, yes, windows.
I will examine this room for like false walls or something like that. While Daffodil's in the other room. I think we're at a
Fine.
swarm of tiny
Give me
fairies.
a perception or investigation check, please.
Okay. I will go ahead and pop over a perception check. Oh, finally! I mean, I would have liked that a lot sooner, but I see everything. I see you, Twitch chat. But yeah, like a swarm
So-
of tiny fairies attack like 15 cards doing minimal damage, and then you play a card that you do it again, and then you get scared. Yeah, right?
While you're
Nice.
examining the
Overwhelming them.
offices,
Mhm.
you're able to notice 2 specific things. First off, what you you find. Let's see. I need to double check this. How actually am I supposed to describe this sort of thing? Small flat boxes containing. There is you find a small flat box with a stylized origami crane engraved on it, and the box is labeled. Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh, we'll go with that. The box is labeled Maganstra's paper balls.
Maganstra's paper. What was that again?
Birds.
Birds. Nice. Okay. Cute. This could come in handy later. Wait. I forgot Dolce doesn't like birds, so she'll say, or sorry, that she doesn't like birds. She has a fear, a slight aversion. So she will ask Daffodil if she wants the fancy box.
I already got one box I'm carrying around.
Oh, I guess we match now. All right. She'll wait. Can it be opened? Wait,
Of course.
I don't want to open it because paper bird's gonna fly out. I will pocket the box.
Oh, okay.
Do I notice anything in this room?
No, but I do want to say, well, whatever you could notice would be what Dolce will have already found. Because in addition to Maganstra's paper balls, which was actually just sitting on one of these desks, you also are able to notice more of those little bells, one of which Silly Pickles knocked when she opened the first door. You notice that each of these office doors has one, and you're able to learn that they ultimately all connect to a single area that I can't find. Where is this supposed to be? 1 sec. I guess just supposed to be a bit though. You notice the little bells all have tiny, hard to perceive wires that meet up with one another, running along the ceiling and going down into the floor.
So they're all going down where?
Into the floor.
Ooh.
Like they go through the floor.
Okay. And we're currently on the second floor, right?
Yep.
So
They seem
I
to be
go back-
going down through the floor.
yeah. So if I go back downstairs and a door.
Sorry, that door would have been visible all along.
I was like,
That was just a matter of how things were revealed previously.
I was confused because I was like, I could have sworn there was a room right there, but I guess I might be remembering incorrectly. It looks like I was remembering correctly. All right.
Sealed off with bricks.
I actually had this room unintentionally revealed for a second when you guys first got to the warehouse last session, but you thankfully neither of you noticed. So you do notice that you do not see the wires from the upper floor anywhere visible in here.
You said we don't see the wire visible in this room.
Correct.
Okay, well, I guess I'll open this door and see if it's in there somewhere.
You opening the door?
Yeah.
That was a good run, Bralef.
All right, let's see if I can find. Where is this guy? So this door actually hangs on loosely broken hinges, as though it has not seen use in quite some time. It almost looks like someone had to force it into position. The cramped chamber beyond smells strongly of sour fish and vinegar. It is filled with discarded robes, canvas, tarpaulins, whatever that is, and splintered wood from smashed barrels. And among them is hiding what appears to be a young human noble.
Wait a minute. Long red hair. It's got to be.
Floon Blackmire?
I apparently didn't take notes on this guy. I presume this is who we're looking for.
You're looking for Floon.
Floon Blackmire.
Floon Blagmal? Is that it? His name is so hard to remember. Yeah, you're looking for Floon Blagmal, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Yes. Well, you may have just found him.
Oh hey, you're the balloon flagget guy we're looking for.
Oh my god.
Can I say that on Twitch? I could probably say that on Twitch.
Jesus Christ.
Bralef, I have to show you the I'm sure you've seen the videos by what's his name? Not Blake Lively. Blake Jennings. He does like what your favorite like Stardew Valley character says about you, what your favorite like what your Smash main says about you as a person. He has done one like which is it? Which Animal Crossing characters can say a particular word? I think he's also done it for which Stardew Valley character can say that particular word. It's pretty interesting because he can be like, oh yeah, this person invented that word. This person is not allowed to say it. Like Haley from Stardew Valley, she's not allowed to say it, but she says it anyway. You know, stuff like that.
Okay, well, I'm allowed to say it. I don't know if Silly Pickles is.
Oh, Isaac knows the videos I'm talking about. It sounds like that mine and one was inaccurate. I do apologize. That also happened when I would show off the what your favorite Ruby ship says about you, I think. Or it was what's her name? I forget her name. Doublecast. Yeah, if you look up Doublecast on YouTube, it's like, you know what? Let me just plug her channel. # not sponsored.
Silly Pickles says it's okay. My best friend is gay and puts her arm around
Oh
Blocker.
my god.
Who just raises his eyebrow? He just has a raised eyebrow face.
This
No,
guy is
doesn't
not
do that.
responding because he has rapidly invented the smartphone and pulled one out and is canceling you on Twitter.
That's fair. I probably deserve that. Anyway, you're Floon, right?
Hold on, I'm trying to get a beat on this guy's voice. No idea. She's gonna. So when you get into the room, he's clearly still hiding, but you can hear his ragged breathing from underneath the canvas tarpaulins, whatever the fuck that. What is this thing?
It's a kind of turtle. I'm just
Just
kidding.
a tarp. Okay, it's just a tarp.
Oh, it's what
They
tarp is short for. What the? Huh? Okay.
just say tarp, you pretentious D&D writer bastards. Anyway, he's clearly hiding under the canvas tarps, but his ragged breathing gives him away, and clearly over time, exhaustion seems to have caught up with him, and he's not holding the tarps over him very effectively at this point. So, you see him and you address him and you ask him if he is Floon Blagmaw, and he kind of pokes up when you say that and responds, "You know my friend Floon? Please tell me, have you seen him? Is he well?"
Oh, you're not him? No, we're looking for him.
Well, he when he hears that you guys are looking for him, he emerges from his hiding spot, dusts himself off a little bit. He has well kept straight red hair. He has fine robes befitting his station, but they are covered in grime, and he smells very strongly of pickled herring as a result of his hiding spot of choice. He gives you a deep and regal bow and introduces himself by saying, "My apologies, no, I am Reneo Neverember.
Oh,
I was
the Open Lord.
Yes, my father was the previous Open Lord here in Waterdeep. I feel that has earned me some enemies as a direct result, but also puts a target on my back for opportunists as well as those who dislike my father. My friend Floon and I were, yeah, more like Talbot. My friend Floon and I were whiling away the hours just, what was it, last night? 2 nights ago? Just before the quest you're on began. We were having a gay night, as in happy and mouthful. Definitely don't read into that otherwise.
Uh-huh. This is my third playthrough. I definitely won't read into that much, fam.
We were having a night of gay activities at the Secured Dragon, and as we left to make our way home, we got jumped by some ruffians. They dragged us here, and I believe that they mistook my friend Floon for me.
Oh no!
He was taken away, but I don't know. He was taken away, and I managed to escape, but it was all I could do to hide here when those foul bald folk burst in and began patrolling and searching through the area.
Foul bird folk indeed.
Damn, I wish that was intentional.
That wasn't my original intention. I was gonna agree with him as Dolce because she has that aversion to birds, but then the opportunity presented itself.
Well, I don't know how long you two have been in Waterdeep, but in recent days, there have been 2 rival gangs that have been at war with one another. Perhaps you've heard of them, the Zentarim and the Xanathars Guild. I believe it was actually agents of the Zentarim that kidnapped me,
Those filthy agents of Zentarim.
but they were actually killed by agents of the Xanathar Guild.
Damn,
It was
we're
during that
losers.
fight. It was during that fight that I was able to escape and hide. But it was the Xanathar Guild who mistook my friend's identity for myself.
Hmm. Well, no worries, sir. Perhaps with your help we can find Floon. By any chance, do you know Bolo?
I am unfamiliar, though I know him by name and reputation, but I do not know the man.
Hmm. Well, is there some safe place we can escort you to at least? And perhaps talk more. That isn't here. I imagine those other filthy Kenkus will be back soon. Maybe with reinforcements.
One sec.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that there. Okay, so your question was: is there any safe that he can hide out? Is that right?
Yeah. Or like to take him to, or I'm worried about us speaking at length here, but I could just be overly anxious.
Mm-hmm. Um. Well, there's nowhere in particular that. Uh, there's nowhere in particular that I think is notably safe for me specifically, though. I have no. Though I believe that I could do worse than waiting at the yawning portal. Simply put, it's probably one of the safest places to be in Waterdeep, especially if all that hounds you is ruffians and street gangs.
All right.
Nothing else. I believe that the owner and barkeep Doran would be able to keep me safe, if only as much as any other patron.
Okay. Well, we could head back there. Talk now, talk on the way back, talk there. In case there's anything else you have to tell us.
So as you're having this conversation, you hear a bunch of commotion outside. You can hear a chorus of footfalls and the clanking of metal. And as if a thoroughly rehearsed tactical breach, one by one, a bunch of city watch funnel into the warehouse. A couple of them stop out here by the Kenku. Gonna have these guys drop in here. And then, once all the rank and file guys are in, hold on, let me get a quick read on this guy's equipment. Yeah, okay. A large man in full plate makes his way in as well. None of these soldier types have weapons drawn, though all of them are sporting the same equipment in the form of a long sword, a short sword, and a heavy crossbow worn on the back. So, they all make their way into the warehouse, and this guy at the front examines the scene before him. Again, he does not. He makes no move to draw his weapon, but he does hold up a hand and say, "Stop right there, you lot. Got reports of suspicious activity in the warehouse here. Reports of a scuffle. You wouldn't know anything about that now, would you?"
We would. We came here looking for a friend of a friend, and when I came in, these Kenku attacked us. So we attacked them back.
Self-defense. I don't say that actually.
Looking for a friend of a friend, you came and broke into a privately owned warehouse.
This is where we heard he was last.
It was around this time that Renell will kind of force his way past you and step to the front, and he and the captain of the watch, you'll clearly recognize each other to at least some degree. And Renell says, "Forgive me, good captain, but these fine folk came in looking for my missing friend Floon, and they found and rescued me instead. Please forgive their trespass, but believe me when I say that it was a necessary breach." The captain of the watch, clearly recognizing the Neverember son, clearly tenses up a little bit, and his tone shifts slightly as well. "Right. Very well then. Forgive my suspicions, ladies. Thank you for going above and beyond in your civic duty, then.
It's what we do.
But please understand, these are dangerous days that we're living in Waterdeep right now. There's a lot of gang violence going on. And believe me, I would rather not see any adventurers getting hurt, sticking their noses into dirty business that they do not belong in. Best to leave this sort of walk to the watch.
We'll keep that in mind.
Could I get a history check at advantage from Dolce?
Sure, thank you. Oh, unfortunate.
Oh. So you can't quite recall the name, but this guy's Ulmo at the very least, and his mannerisms do match the description you have heard of a famous or perhaps infamous captain of the City Watch, known throughout Waterdeep uh, for his uh, effectiveness, if nothing else.
Mhm. Okay.
Kind of a straight arrow. If the rumors are to be, if the word on the street is to be believed, he is fairly diligent in his research on any goings on any crimes. He doesn't believe in rumors or gossip, so he always has to seek out information firsthand. He doesn't drink, doesn't let anger get the better of him. He his job, simply put, is to curb violence on the streets. And from what you have heard, he is pretty good at the job, though word on the streets lately seems to be that he has been dragging his heels a little bit with the recent gang violence going about.
Hmm. Okay. I'll make notes of this, of course, to I'll have Dolce make notes of it to pass along and explain to Daffodil when they get a chance later, when the situation is less involved.
Well, as of now, this warehouse is now going to be investigated as an active crime scene. If there were individuals acting out of here and using it as a staging base for kidnappings, then hopefully we'll be able to find more evidence to point us in the right direction on that. You wouldn't happen to have any information on the parties involved here, would you?
Hmm.
It looks
Do,
as
do
if
we?
Reneo is. Yeah, you've heard that Reneo and Floon were kidnapped by agents of the Zentrum gang, and agents of the Xanathar Guild came in and killed the Zent agents who are dead in the corner in this room, well, who I mentioned earlier. And the Xanathar Guild kidnapped Floon from his kidnappers. And it was during that Renale was able to escape and hide in that supply closet. You were able to surmise then that the Kenku were agents of the Xanathar Guild, left behind to either search for anything useful or potentially just pick off more Zent agents as they came in.
As they came through, Psychical Sith. Finishing explaining all that.
Ah ha 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 ha.
Cute.
Yeah.
Very cute. Ah, I see. So yeah, both guilds are involved. Okay, so I suppose those fellows over there must be Zentrum agents then. That checks out. Well, if this location is tied to either of the gangs, let alone both of them, then it's even more pertinent that we investigate this space for any further clues to their locations. So I must ask the three of you, to vacate the premises here.
Okay.
Okay.
By all means, best of luck with your investigation. We'll be out of your hair.
A couple words of advice on your, with regards to your days here in Waterdeep. Try to keep blood off of the streets, eh? There's no need to go seeking out trouble where it doesn't need to be found, okay?
Right.
And,
We'll keep it indoors.
not all members of the Watch are as nice or forgiving as me. Says very pointedly.
So Picos gives like the okay hand symbol. And we'll take our leave, I suppose.
Alrighty. So it seems that the warehouse is going to be under surveillance for a short time, but it probably won't be. But if there was anything else that you wanted to come find in here, it probably won't be forever. So as of now, you have not found your quarry, Floon, but you have found his friend Reneo, and you have gotten some amount of clue as to where you could potentially find him next. As you now know that he has been kidnapped by the Xanathar Guild specifically. So if nothing else, you could potentially investigate around, try to find where they might have taken.
Should we just hit the streets and start asking some seedy individuals?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Because, wait, where did Rainier say Floon was, like, he last saw him again?
In that warehouse.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They were both kidnapped, taken to the warehouse by Zentarum agents and members of the Xanathar Guild. Broke in, killed the Zentarum agents, and kidnapped Floon a second time. Presumably assuming that Floon was in fact Reneo.
Right.
Both factions clearly seeming to be motivated by kidnapping Reneo specifically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If Chris Strahd taught me anything, it's always aim for the sons of the important people. You just gotta kidnap them, kill them, whatever it takes.
Yep.
In that case, I would like to look around the warehouse like that, because the warehouse itself is locked down, but what about around it, like here on the street, signs of someone being dragged, footsteps that light up when you hover your cursor over them, like, oh wow, what's this? I don't know, I'd like to look around before perhaps Bralef's good idea of asking, well, it's kind of offensive, asking seedy looking individuals, but sure, it could work. Yeah.
Okay. So give me an intelligence check. Oh, not intelligence check. Sorry, investigation check.
Ooh, a dirty 20.
All right. Your investigations do lead you into various conversations with others, as well as signs that you specifically, Dolce, would recognize as being from the Xanathar Guild. And you learn then that there is a a hideout in the sewers that they would have flown into.
Okay. Sounds like then I'll let Daffodil know, like, hey, it's very likely that they probably took Floon down to this location, and I hastily scribble on a piece of parchment that I found. It looks like some sort of like lopsided red X. I'm like, here's where they took him. Most likely. It's just a theory. Floon
A
theory.
lame theory,
Damn.
but it's all we got.
Oh,
But it's all we
wow.
got.
Hit
So
my
let's
theories, I
let's
see.
follow.
Well, let's see if I ever... Oh, no. Yeah, we can go.
Just to prove to you how silly an idea this is, let's go down there and see.
I see.
All right. So do you guys want to head straight there, or do
Oh.
you want to try to, like, rest up?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I would like to
We
take
rest
a...
up for 4 or 5 weeks.
Like, you did both almost fucking die.
That
from,
is
some
true.
tankers.
Yeah, Evil Dolce
you
was sitting here
also-
like, yeah, I'm game to rest somewhere. What was the closest? Because I know we're a little bit far from the yawning portal. Are we particularly far from the Skewer Dragon or Three Dragon Ante?
Remind me about Three
Oh,
Dragon.
that might be just the
Ants. That's a
game.
good game.
Yeah, that might just be the game that I mistakenly assumed was the name of the place. So yeah, are we far from the Skewer Dragon?
So the Skewer Dragon isn't really an inn. It's essentially just a ball. So you all fairly close to the Skewer Dragon. Where exactly is this actually? Faces an alley that runs between Net Street and Fillet Lane.
Well, I am willing to short rest if...
It would be around here. So you wouldn't be able to, like, properly rest up. You could do a short rest over there, but you wouldn't get, like, a long rest because it's not like it's not like an inn. It's just a bowl. So it would be a fair bit south. You're actually pretty hilariously about equidistant between the Skewer Dragon and the Yawning Portal.
Oh, in that case, I'll defer to Bralef because it sounds like because he's been using hit dice, I'll leave the decision of trying to attempt what kind of rest to him.
Well, I guess I'll just ask, in world, do we get the sense that it's pretty urgent that we find this guy sooner rather than later? I would imagine so, since he's been kidnapped. But
A fair assumption. We're going to say that the answer is, in big air quotes, yes. It is very urgent, but it's very urgent in the sense of this is your next main story quest, but there does not seem to be like anything in the gameplay that'll stop you from like doing side quests.
I understand.
Or, grinding your lockpicking skill for 8 hours a day.
so it's like when a game says, "Oh, we gotta go to this location quick," but there's no actual time limit, and you can go whenever you want.
Okay, and it's not like a situation
that
where if
case-
we don't show up like within the next 12 hours, then someone's gonna die. Yeah.
In that case, Silly Pickles will advocate for taking a quick,
Yeah.
short, little, like 12-hour nap.
All right. So Yawning Portal.
Sure.
Yes. Rainier is more than welcome to. Well, he probably went that way already anyway, or just went home, or hid somewhere in a mailbox. I don't know. But yeah, Yawning Portal sounds good to me.
Ooh. And I will take you guys here. And we'll stop this music and we'll start playing the Yawning Portals music. This is such a fun illustration.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna zoom in so it's like we're actually here, seated somewhere. I don't know, here.
I love the idea that at this point in time, it's like every single named character and hero from every D&D story is just here.
Yes.
But no, we're the ones who have to break up this this fucking gang war.
Yes.
Yeah, they're too busy with hot girl shit.
These guys have actually important stuff to deal with. You're looking at, like, this is a level 1 to 5 quest, man. Come on. These guys are all level 20. Is there a rabid red koala over here? Who the fuck is number 20 here?
Oh, that's
Get them red koala.
that's the live action Stitch that they just announced like today or yesterday.
I see. Still love this, like, completely, like, nameless wait staff who's just getting killed immediately by some zombie. This other nameless giant over here, I guess he actually does look like he's going to help. He looks like he's reaching for a sword.
Oh, true. Okay, so he isn't gonna die alone at least.
Probably. These two have very specific and interesting designs, but apparently neither of them have names.
Let's see. 20 is apparently Artis Simber. And 21 is apparently Volo.
I think we already knew that. I think we already figured that 20
Yeah, yeah.
was Volo.
All right.
Someone else says 20 is supposed to be Marith Strongbow. That does look about right.
Oh, well, I mean, if you're curious, I can just find that information for you.
Oh, yes.
Go to page 224 for the answer key. I have scrolled too fast. The book can't load this.
And the little creature appears to be a Zorbo.
A Zorbo?
You can't just make up words. All right, I guess I'll ask Durnan if get a room.
In 1E, they're like a weird koala monster. In 2E, it's literally just a fucking photo of a koala with teeth and fangs. With fangs and claws, rather. And then in 5E, they're like, okay, maybe we should make it into an actual monster.
$20 is Altus Symbol.
Okay.
And then, yeah. 22 is Minsk and Boo.
Yep.
Yeah, there's Boo right down there. There you go. Can barely see him. $55 is okay. Yeah, it is Donan. I don't know why I thought that I thought that his name was Doran, not Donan.
Who's 63?
63 Malt. You know as much as I do now.
What about 79? I'm curious what that guy is.
79. Noska Ogre. And in case you were wondering, 85 doesn't even have a pseudonym, it's just Matthew Morsel.
Oscar
Also,
Gray.
84 is in fact Xanathol.
Nice.
Okay, that
Yo,
dude's
the
just
final boss right there. Let's go get him.
Nazca is just a dwarf. He's a shield dwarf specifically.
He has a crossbow for hand. I saw his official ult a moment ago.
Yep. Oh yeah, this dude's badass. The chief enforcer for the Xanathar.
Oh, neat. Oh, I found official character art for Vanale. That's neat. Man, why doesn't more shit have like official art like this? This shit rules. Oh, that's where all these guys get their icons from. That's neat. Okay, so yeah, you asked Donan for a room. I don't know what the going rate is. He'll charge you 2 gold for the night.
Okay. I'll toss over 2 gold.
And 2 of you are able to get a long rest for the night.
Oof.
Yippee!
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness indeed.
I don't think I have any long rest resources at the moment because I gave you my Circle of Blast.
Yeah, I considered using that in the fight, actually. I was like scrambling through, looking through my items. But it was around the time I decided to get big. Whew. Feels good to see these numbers big. All right. Well, I imagine perhaps, if I'm understanding correctly, I don't think we have the time to dive into that area to rescue Floon.
That is correct. You don't have the time to fully properly like dive into the area, but you do have enough time if you would like to try to go shopping, to try to investigate around a little bit more, maybe try to find some more lore, but probably not because I don't know any off the top of my head right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm okay to call it, and then we pick up next time.
Sounds fair.
I can't think of any shopping I want to do.
Yeah, same for me.
All right.
All right.
Well, then we will call it there from for tonight. We'll pick up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
All right. I am looking forward to it. I'm excited to get to where my groups have collectively, like, where they've stopped, and then go beyond that.
Woohoo! I can't wait to find that spot and then stop there as well.
Oh, no. Okay, I have to keep it a secret now. I was about to mention it after we raid it out, but I guess I gotta keep that under my belt.
Guess so.
Okay. Well, I guess then I'll take us out. Any last words before we get out of here?
Nope. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Catch y'all next time.